No. There is so much weight in that one word. It can feel like a failure, a loss, or even a rejection. In a world obsessed with winning, no feels like a defeat. And while we are all taught how to handle success, no one teaches us how to handle rejection. I used to hate hearing a no. It felt like a stab on my ego every time I heard it. I would never ask out a girl. I would always just tell her, because telling her avoided a no. Having difficult conversations, negotiations where no was a possibility, I would always try to push my dad, mom, or my best friend. Until I realized that saying no to no meant saying no to growth. This is one of the ideas that Sri Krishna communicates in the Bhagavad Gita. The difference between a mind that rejects and a mind that evolves. In chapter 18, verse 48, Krishna reminds us that every endeavor is covered with some form of imperfection, just as fire is covered with smoke. This verse really changed the way I looked at no. Krishna reminds us that no path is perfect. Each path comes with its own set of obstacles and challenges. Most of us would consider no to be the end of the road. But the wise amongst us remember that it's the beginning of refinement. This verse led to a complete shift in my mindset. I stopped looking at no as rejection and started looking at it as an opportunity, as the beginning of a feedback loop. When I got into work, I quickly realized that difficult conversations were going to be unavoidable. Initially, I resisted because every rejection felt very personal. So I decided to start small. I started bargaining with the local shopkeeper just to get comfortable with that resistance. I started putting myself into negotiations that I earlier avoided. And I somewhere feel like my manager realized I had an issue with the no. So he consciously put me on this on-field task that required me to shoot videos of local vendors, and that taught me quite a bit. I realized that no was a teacher in disguise. In Sanskrit, there is a word called tapas, which means inner transformation through resistance. Just like fire purifies gold, every rejection purifies our approach, our resilience, and our character. There are three types of no's we hear in our life. Number one, a no that guides us towards improvement, that helps us understand that probably my approach needs some refinement. Number two, a no that teaches us detachment, that this probably wasn't meant for me after all. Number three, a no that protects us from the wrong path, that helps us understand that there's probably something better for us ahead. If a baby stopped trying to walk every time it fell, it would never learn to walk. If a seed gave up after its first struggle to push through the soil, we would never have trees. So every no isn't a rejection. It is either a redirection or a possibility for refinement. In Sanatana Dharma, there is this concept called Sahaja. It means natural acceptance. When a river finds a rock on its path, it doesn't complain. It simply finds a way around it. So the next time you hear a no, pause, detach yourself from the emotion. Reflect. Is this a moment for me to learn a lesson? Is it a moment for me to let go? Or is it a moment for me to be patient? Reframe. Remember, no is either a lesson or protection. In chapter 2, verse 14, Krishna reminds us that like summer and winter, pleasure and pain come and go. We need to learn to endure them patiently. If we embrace no with wisdom, we realize that it isn't a rejection after all. It is nothing but a redirection. And this is how no, which earlier felt like a wound, now feels like a stepping stone to something greater. What was a no that changed your life? Share your story in the comment box below. And if you like this video, do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.